Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Alright, we're going to cut a handful of stones today, and again we got another handful from the Gila Bend mountain range, just outside of Phoenix, Arizona. So let's go through these. Alright, that one's got a surface fracture. Hopefully that's all that is. No windows. So probably try to cut next to that fracture. Okay, another interesting one. It does have a chip showing some, it looks like agate in the middle, surrounded by a little bit of quartz. That should be an interesting one. So we'll try to cut through the thickest area, but not in the window. Alright. Another one of those that looks like it's going to have the, well, that's got banding right there showing. It's peeled. So maybe banding in the center with a little bit of moss or squigglies or something around the outside. So I'm going to try to not cut where it peeled parallel to that window, so through here somewhere. Oh, looks like I'm going to end up cutting into that, which is going to be a bit of the peeled spot as well. All right, not much I can do about that. Okay, this one's an odd shape. All right, no, not odd shape, just broken. This is a healed window, not a healed, excuse me, weathered. It's a weathered window, and then it chipped again, so you can see how it's got the weathering, and then it's a little bit different color right here. All right, this is going to be a difficult cut, but kind of want to cut parallel to that existing face, just thick enough that it stays together, but still as thick on this side as possible. Okay, another flat one, kind of a blue-gray looking stone. No windows. We'll cut through this thick area. This one's got some interesting spots on the husk. Wonder if any of those actually go into the stone. A little bit of a window showing there. So that tip being broken off, I don't know if I want to cut through that long ways. So I'll probably cut this way, through the thick part. Alright. A little bit bigger of a nodule. It is peeled on this end. Looks like there's some banding in it and some fractures. So hopefully this one stays together when I cut it. I'm going to cut it on this side of this spot where it's peeled. Or possibly diagonally. Maybe I'll do that. One of the two. We'll see when I get to the saw. Alright, last up. So, got a nodule with the top broken off. So we're limited in how we're going to be able to cut this one. So I'm going to cut parallel to that broken face, back behind it. And see if I can do a good job getting that cut. Alright, let's get these on the saw, get them cut, and I'll be back with the results, and we'll see what's on the inside of these. Alright, I'm back from the saw. I'm going to start with this one because it broke. So let's look at the broken side. Oops, we get it wet. So it was a very pretty stone, but it did have a fracture. Yeah, maybe I can tumble this or something. Still looks really cool. Let's look at the other side. Yeah, you can see that fracture on the other side. Surprised it didn't come apart as well. Alright. Now, that would have been super cool if it held together, but they don't all hold together. Alright, next up. Alright, so we got some really cool fortification bands on the end, quartz in the middle, and then tail end back here we got a little bit of water level banding. A bit of a floater there. And look at that, it's starting to turn into some fortifications. I didn't want to cut it any further this way because of that fracture. But maybe it would be worth another cut back behind that. See if that gets any bigger. All right. Next up, got that kind of a blue-gray looking stone. Let's see. Yeah, I don't usually have good luck with these. It's very nice looking if it didn't have the fractures in it. They do appear to be healed, but there nonetheless. All right, next up, this one had that kind of a break here, so I tried to cut parallel to that. Lost a little bit of it right there. Cut a little thin, but didn't really matter. Again, fractures, some healed, some not, and the stone came apart before it finished the cut on a fracture. So, I don't know, maybe the tumbler. It is really cool looking though. Love the colors. All right. Let's hope some of these start to get a little better. Ooh, that's different. It does have a lot of quartz, but it's got banding for the most part all the way around. It's got two different sections of, it looks like banding here and here. I bet they connect at some point, but really couldn't get any further that direction. But yeah, that came out really cool in the end there. All right. Very nice. Okay. So this one had a chip at that end, so I didn't really want to cut through it, so I cut the short way through the thickest part. And yeah, it came out pretty nice. No fractures, perfect pattern. No quartz. Cut was a little rough, but I can clean that up. Nice. That looked good polished. Okay, two left. All right, so this is the one that had some really nice banding showing, weathered and not as weathered. So I did get cut parallel to that. All right. So I cut that fairly thin. So I won't be able to do much with this half, but tumbler maybe. But yeah, look at that. Perfect pattern. Wow, gorgeous banding. It's got shadow effect in it. All right. Very nice white banded agate. Definitely gonna polish that. That came out really good. Better than I thought. All right. Okay, last up. Wasn't sure what to expect from this. I tried to cut back here. A piece of this popped off a little more because it was peeling. It was gonna peel regardless. But, wow, look at the pattern in the middle of this. That's really cool. Let's get these little squigglies. That'll look nice polished. That is really cool. That is some really neat banding in there. Super cool, especially this side. I don't think I've ever seen banding quite like that. That is neat. All right, definitely gonna polish that. Okay, this was the last one in this set, so I want to thank everybody for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Have a good day, everybody. Bye.